The man in the dust is Ibrahim. He is a common laborer, currently bound in scarred iron chains while an angry crowd gathers in the midday heat to watch him die. For years, Ibrahim spent his days digging for water in the desert. Now he stands accused of a far more sophisticated crime, infiltrating the Sultan's royal treasury and vanishing with a fortune in jewels. His defense is absurd. Ibrahim claims he never touched the treasury. Instead, he says the gems were a gift from a jinni living at the bottom of a dark well. The crowd responds with mockery, viewing his story as the desperate lie of a doomed thief. The executioner raises a massive curved blade. In this frozen moment, Ibrahim has only seconds left to live. But Ibrahim is going to walk away from this courtyard. He survives because he has mastered the invisible mechanics of human influence, laws of psychology that are often more powerful than a sultan's decree. 1 year earlier, Ibrahim was struggling for survival in the Valley of Thirst. He spent every daylight hour breaking his body against sun-hardened rock, searching for water that never seemed to come. Despite the constant failure and the physical toll of his work, Ibrahim made a specific choice. He returned home each night without uttering a single complaint, choosing to keep his frustration from poisoning his household. He also became an anchor for others. Whether he was with his wife Fatima or his friend Eunice, Ibrahim didn't talk about his own exhaustion. He focused entirely on their worries, providing the rare relief of being truly heard. These two behaviors, the refusal to complain and the discipline of listening, form the bedrock of human influence. By absorbing the stress of others without adding his own, Ibrahim was constructing a reservoir of trust. This earned loyalty acts as a tangible asset that can be called upon in a crisis. While he was digging for water, Ibrahim was actually accumulating a much scarcer resource. He was building the social capital that would eventually save his life. When Ibrahim finally uncovers the hidden well, he finds a powerful jinni trapped by a massive boulder. Rather than fleeing in terror, Ibrahim pauses to observe the situation. He recognizes the jinni's pain and identifies what the entity wants most: freedom from the stone and the taste of fresh fruit. Ibrahim solves the jinni's problem before even mentioning his own need for water. By speaking to the jinni's specific interests and providing the fruit, Ibrahim secures a transaction that would be impossible through force. He is rewarded with a stash of supernatural, unbreakable jewels. But this wealth draws the attention of Qasim, the Sultan's treasurer. Qasim has been stealing from the royal vaults for years, replacing the gems with glass. He sees Ibrahim as the perfect scapegoat to cover his own missing inventory. Qasim has the guards, the institutional authority, and the Sultan's ear. Ibrahim has nothing but a cold stone floor in a dungeon. The power dynamic is entirely one-sided. However, Ibrahim's friend Eunice leverages the loyalty built months earlier. Eunice confronts Qasim's servant, but he doesn't use a bribe. Instead, he asks the servant how he will live with the guilt of letting an innocent man be executed. Appealing to a person's sense of honor is often a more effective lever than money. This appeal to a noble motive convinces the servant to defy Qasim and smuggle Ibrahim's real jewels into his prison cell. We return to the execution block, seconds before the strike. Ibrahim uses his final wish to make a specific request. He asks to see the stolen royal jewels one last time, ostensibly to admire the beauty that cost him his life. He prefaces this by acknowledging the Sultan's reputation for fairness. This sincere appreciation disarms the Sultan's anger, transforming a hostile judge into a curious observer who grants the request. When the treasury boxes arrive, Ibrahim pulls his own hidden gems and strikes them against the Sultan's collection. The royal jewels instantly shatter into a cloud of glass shards. The crowd falls silent as the deception is revealed. The royal gems are fakes. In one move, Ibrahim has exposed Qasim's long-running embezzlement and proved his own story to be true. Qasim built his trap using authority and deceit, but it was dismantled by a strategy rooted entirely in empathy and the observation of human character. Qasim is arrested, and the Sultan appoints Ibrahim and Eunice as high-ranking ministers. Their poverty is permanently resolved, not by the jewels themselves, but by the positions they earned. These strategies were codified by Dale Carnegie,
a 20th century pioneer who studied the psychology of human relations.
Carnegie's work became a manual for navigating modern life, emphasizing that the ability to influence others is a skill that can be studied and applied. Physical wealth can be seized, and positional power can be lost, but a network built on empathy, listening, and an appeal to the best in people is a resource that remains with you, regardless of the crisis.